Here's a really interesting question to think about. Could you be Mp3'd? What's going to happen in a world in which one customer is generating their own energy, another customer is generating their own energy, and they say to each other, hey, why don't we share a little bit of energy? Think about the music industry. Think about what happened when MP3s first appeared on the scene. All of a sudden, consumers were in control of how they consumed media. And what did some media organizations do? They fought back. They fought the customer. Think about Sony. Sony was once a really cool brand. They had the Sony Walkman, and then they went to war with their customers. In the future, you're going to be hearing a lot about microgrids. You're going to be in a world in which more consumers are generating their own backyard solar and wind and other forms of power. We live in a world in which the rapid advancements of battery technology is going to lead to fundamental change. And as this occurs, we will have customers who will be generating their own electricity and talking to their neighbors and talking to their friends and doing what they did in the MP3 world. But think about the speed of technological change and how quickly this technology becomes a part of our daily life. Think about what's happening in the world of banking. The big trend that is going to unfold is the credit cards in our pockets are going to disappear because our cell phones are going to become credit cards. And all of a sudden, banks are going to find that they're competing with companies like Google, Facebook, and PayPal, companies that innovate a lot faster than they do. It's also the speed with which the change is occurring. When radio came out, it took 38 years to reach 50 million people. When television came out, it took only 13 years. When the internet arrived on the scene, it only took 4 years to reach 50 million people. iPads came out, it took only 3 years. And put it in the context of mobile devices. You know, just over a quarter of a century ago, there were 4.7 billion people on the planet, and there weren't any cell phones. And today we're in a world of 7 billion people with 6 billion mobile devices. The potential for the mobile device in our energy world is absolutely staggering. Imagine a world in which I can easily control the cost of my energy spend, but not just that. Imagine a world in which I have control as a consumer over my energy inputs through my mobile device. I could choose solar, I could choose wind, I could choose microgrid. You know, we are emerging into a world in which increasingly this is becoming the window into our world, and in which the consumer will be making decisions not only about cost, but about source. It has staggering implications because it's a world in which the consumer increasingly is in control. The speed of innovation in every single industry is shifting from that industry over to Silicon Valley and technology companies. It's happening in the world of insurance. We're seeing the emergence of GPS performance tracking devices that monitor driver behavior. If you show good driving behavior, you're stopping at all the stop signs, you're not accelerating too fast, you get a rebate on your insurance. It's happening in the world of healthcare, the rapid emergence of health and wellness apps, tracking devices that track your athletic behavior. And all of a sudden what is happening is the healthcare sector is discovering innovation is no longer occurring just in the healthcare sector. Technology companies are driving that change. And it's happening in the world of utilities. Traditional HVAC equipment is becoming interconnected. It's becoming plugged together. It's becoming intelligent. What are utilities going to do in a world where the consumer is in control of how they use their energy, the energy they choose to use, how they choose to change their personal energy infrastructure through the connectivity that is part of their lives? Your industry is being redefined. It's being redefined by technology. It's being redefined by the customers. It's being redefined at a furious rate of speed. And your choice is to innovate, change, and adapt so that you turn these trends into opportunity. You embrace the future, become a part of the future, and redefine the future with your customers.